Hey guys, I'm Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk some mountain weather, and this is a good one. We've got a major storm cycle. It is now underway. This was always the key time frame, the 23rd through about the 1st of the new year. And let me just show you Palisades. So the first storm system hitting Tahoe down towards Mammoth with big totals above 3 to 3,500 feet roughly, and then that level will drop after this first storm moves by. But again, we're talking about probably 3, 4, 5 different storm systems lined up here in the course of the future. Let me show you the big picture here over the Pacific, and my goodness, this is what I've been talking about. Look at the size of this trough of low pressure. I mean, it is taking up so much of the Pacific, so this becomes like an attractor. And all of the other low pressures come through. The little pieces of waves of energy will spiral through here, and then it get ejected into California, and then that becomes snow for the interior Rockies of Utah, Wyoming, Montana, Colorado. So all of that rotates through this trough of low pressure, and it's big. And what it's happening is it's become so large that it's starting to tap into the subtropical branch of the jet stream, and that's why I painted on these green arrows here, because it is now pulling in some of the subtropical branch of the jet. So there's a lot of little pieces to this puzzle coming together, but I'm just taken aback by how large that trough of low pressure is. This is a significant storm cycle. Let me show you the future position here of some of this, and this is the GFS American model. And let me just push this into the future, and you get a picture here. So this is Friday morning. Look at that storm sliding into Utah with moderate to heavy snow through Utah, into Colorado, the Tetons, Idaho. Next storm already hitting the Pacific Northwest. So that's Christmas Eve right there. That's setting us up for a big powder day on Christmas Day over a lot of ski areas: Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, Idaho. Here's Saturday morning, Christmas morning right here. Right there. Next storm moving into the west coast. Still got leftover snows, very light though through the interior. Let's go to Sunday morning. There's the 26th. You've got snow sliding into the interior with another storm system. That moves away. Another storm hits the west coast. I mean, these storms are just all lined up. There's Monday morning. Here's Tuesday morning. Next storm moves to the interior. Here's Wednesday morning. Another storm system. There's Thursday. Here's Friday, 31st. Thursday night, Friday, big storm coming out of the desert southwest. Let me take you into the first of the new year. I mean, there's just storms lined up. Here's the first of the new year, one storm sliding out. Now, I want to mention this. There's some indication, and you'll see this on the snow plume for Crested Butte, that on the tail end of this, after the trough slides through, that we get a northwest flow type pattern for the one last storm, maybe on the 1st or the 2nd. That would benefit Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming in particular. So that's a possibility. Let me push this ahead. Let's do my totals in 2 different phases. So today through the 26th. So this captures probably 2 solid storm systems. I mean, we're looking at 30 to 50 inches in California. We're looking at 2 feet or more in the Wasatch, 1 to 2 feet or more in pockets in Colorado. I especially like the western slope ski areas, 1 to 2 feet in the Tetons. You get the idea. That's phase 1. Let's look at phase 2. So we capture another 2 storm systems here, the 27th through the 1st. Another 1 to 2 feet over parts of Colorado, another 2 feet in the Wasatch, another 1 to 2 feet over the Tetons. You really get the idea, and if we can establish that northwest flow on the very tail end of this storm cycle, that would really set us up nicely in the central and northern mountains of Colorado, the Wasatch, and in the Tetons. Here's my snow plume, by the way, for Crested Butte. And this is really going to be a metaphor for a number of resorts where with these 3, 4, 5 storm systems, the totals just keep going up through the 1st of the new year. And you can see it, 50 inches grand total by the 1st, not out of the question. Not out of the question. Let me just, a little bit of commentary here. You know, I'm probably looking at the numbers in a more optimistic way. I think that once we get through the first storm and maybe even the second, I'm taking you back to my first period here, I think that the ratios are all going to start to pop a little bit more once we get some colder air in place. So while these are a little bit optimistic, I don't think they're out of the question. And here's the 27th through the 1st again. So yeah, I mean, if we can do, you know, a foot out of each of these storm systems, then by the time we get to the end of the period, this plume is not out of the realm of possibilities. So there you go. I hope everyone's having a great Christmas week. Always appreciate you tuning in here. Take care.